Yo, everybody come on in, man. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to start talking till Midnight Assassin get here. Let's load a couple videos, man. Mye Comics. Frankie J. Nope. Nope. Nah. Nah, not that one. Drop. Hey, we're just waiting for everybody to come on. Because, you know, some people be late. They don't know how to be on time. They got to get all dressed up for the show. Yeah, knowledge seekers. Come on. Let Mye Comics bust through your speakers. Fellow. No, I would kick around for y'all, but, you know, I only say it out for Sundays against the significant other, you know what I'm saying? I think she can handle me on the mic. But I ain't smooth as Charles Hazleton III, though.
What's up? What's up? What's really good? I'm ready for you to keep them rides. Go ahead, keep them rides for me. Keep them rides. Finna kick the rides. Mye Comics, we stopping it. Stomping on the ground. Can't forget where we come from, where we going down. Got that new sound. Charles Hazleton III. He's coming through like the boulevard, going really hard like two canards. I got bars.
Hold on. Just looking for my beat, man. Can't remember the name of it.
Beat.
You don't know nothing about this right here. Give us like one more minute.
I know everything.
Oh, there we go. We are. We're getting up. Man, why my Wi-Fi signal so low?
I know you like choppy over here.
Am I? I'm choppy?
I mean, you choppy on here, but I don't think you choppy on the YouTube. Because it'd be better now. I mean, I can hear you. I'm saying like your screen was like kind of choppy. It's good now.
People got jokes all day long. You actually can't hear me now. And they start speaking all low on purpose.
What you mean speaking low? Who's speaking low? I speak up. I speak
okay,
high.
So where are
you? Low. I speak high.
Why? Interesting.
Very interesting.
Are you talking?
Yeah, I'm talking.
We can't hear you. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Are you talking? Like Kevin Samuels and kick you off the show. You ain't got any good sound.
I can hear myself talking on here. I can hear myself.
Log back in.
What you mean? I can hear myself.
Log out and log back in. Show you ain't got any good sound.
I can hear myself talking on here. I can hear myself.
Log out and log back in. You know what? That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, so we'll get this to work. Let's see. Shit. All right, we're just waiting on Midnight Assassin to log back in because he got raggedy internet. Maybe I got raggedy internet. One of us got raggedy internet. All right. Hold on. Let's see.
I know you ain't waiting on me. I know you ain't waiting on me.
Hear me now?
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
I can hear myself on the YouTube, but you couldn't hear me on the program.
I don't know, man. Maybe it might be ULTRON.
It might be.
You know,
well, let's get it started.
He's been on that BS.
Let's get started. Let's do this.
Oh, so is that you saying bring the intro?
Bring the intro. Let's do it.
Then I read Mye Comics and listened to Mye Comics, seeing folks that look like me, whose powers are astronomical. So
welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. It is Mye Comics busting through your speakers. I'm your host, Frankie J, and this is the co-host and sometimes regular host, Midnight Assassin. But, you know, I think we're promoting the host when he can do the outro with a little more enthusiasm, you know. But anyways,
I
today,
think the system is rigged.
the system is rigged against him, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
So before we start, you know, let's go ahead and get a word from our sponsor.
I whoop everybody ass in this bitch. You'll do what now? I said I whoop everybody ass that's in this bitch. That boy ain't lying. Boy, he'll whoop everybody ass in this bitch other than me. You too big that shit. I'm gonna finish your ass. Come on. I ain't touched the motherfucker in the head in a while. The fuck you mean? Help me demonstrate, bitch. Come on. Everybody ass in this bitch except my homie over there. Boy, fuck you.
You got issues.
Yeah.
You got issues for real,
hey, man,
dog.
that's real talk. That's real talk. Ain't no way Superman can take Goku.
What?
I know that's gonna be a whole like, oh, I don't know, everybody disagreeing and stuff. But you know what? I mean, like, ever since Goku like started showing out his powers, Superman had to up his powers in the comics and stuff. Yo, Goku was doing this since the 80s and stuff. And then, Dragon Ball Z, the original, that stopped in like 94. Superman, they had to revamp his whole comics in the 90s and stuff just to keep up with Goku. He a copycat now. He a copycat. Thank you.
Well,
thank you.
Well, listen.
Everybody said you can hear me. Thank you. Thank you.
I couldn't hear you, so if I can't hear you, then the show
must be.
The show will go on without you.
I'm gonna overtalk you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna overtalk you.
You gonna overtalk me? Okay. Anyways, you gonna overtalk the P? You know what I'm saying? I got user control around this mofo. Anyways,
I'm back to overtalking. You mute me and cut me off. You mute me and cut me off on your show. Okay.
No, this is our show, but you are a co-host with a toxic person. I'm very toxic. Anyways, let's get down to business because we only have 30 minutes on here today because the significant other, the wifey, has put me in charge of laying floor. She has contracted me out as a laborer. And what I found out is that my body is not made for laboring. I am a geek. I like to read comic books. I like to watch movies. Okay? This, next time around we might pay somebody, but when they came in and said, hey, installation gonna be this much here, I was like, nah, we good, bro. I got it. We good. We good. So
but now you see why they cost so much for installation.
Listen, I can't. This is what I will say. I can't take anything away from these guys and girls who are charging the amount that they're charged for installation, because to do what we did, tear the carpet up, pull up the nails. I mean, paint the baseboards, and then get ready to lay the planks. I mean, that just in itself is a job.
Yep.
That first part, without even talking about laying planks, just cleaning it up and getting ready to lay the planks, is a job. Moving all the furniture. Anyways, so I can't take anything away from them. And the other thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys first is finances. Finances, as in us and the comic book people. And I'm a little different from Midnight Assassin. He might have some input on it. We talked about it before the show. What I would like to say is, like, listen, movies Marvel is making a whole lot of movies. DC is trying to make a whole lot of movies. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to go to the movies and get out there and go and see every movie. Listen, you can't go and see every movie. If you ain't got the money, don't put yourself in a financial bind to try to go see all these movies and keep up with the Joneses. Take care of you and your family, plan for your future. Wait till it come out on streaming networks so you can pay the $19 and you and your family of 4, your family of 3, your family of 6 and watch it for $20 versus going to the movies, watching it for $80. You had to spend gas to get there. Then you got to buy popcorn, sodas, and everything else. This was just a financial message, quick and to the point. All right, take care of your finances, plan for your future, because before you know it, 20 years will have passed by and you won't even know. You're like, oh, how I get here? So with that being said, do you want to go?
Yep. No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, it's especially like if you got a young family, you're a young family starting out, and you know, you got to be like, you know, really responsible with your budgeting and balancing that, you know. I mean, going to see every new thing that comes out, and now if you got the funds, it's different. But if you don't, and you got to be a little bit more smart till you get to a place where you can do that. Like, be smart about it. Like, yeah, wait, stream, team up with somebody, watch, you know, team up with other families and stuff. Watch it that way. But don't blow all your money on the newest shiniest thing that comes out, and then you wondering like what happened like 20 years down the road. You know, you ain't got anything to show for it because you didn't build anything because you spent it all.
Right. And just to give you another example, I went ahead, I downloaded the Marvel app, and it has Marvel comic book, the comic book collection, you know, and it's got thousands of comic books on there. But, you know, I understand how these guys are trying to make money off of you because it's $9.99 per month to read these unlimited comics, but it's not really unlimited comics because they got brand new comics that's coming out, and those comics are not on the app, so you can view them. So you still have to end up going to the comic book stores, helping them out, keeping them in business, or ordering them online and getting them sent to your house. And the last and final thing is we do have a pandemic going on. So, you know, make sure that you're being safe when you go out there trying to watch the movies. I just feel safer at home watching the movies. So the reason why I said all that is because I was thinking about it like, yo, let's go watch Venom. Let's go watch Shang-Chi. Let's go watch this. And I'm like, hold on. I'm not the person that goes out and watch all this stuff all the time. I will wait for it to come out so we can save money and plan towards the future for other things. All right. Cool. Hold on. Let's see what. Right. Nick Grill. Agree. Yeah. I still have my money right now. I haven't went to the movies since last year. Right. Exactly. So with that being said, we're going to do a presentation for you on, we picked a Black character of the week, and Midnight Assassin, he made sure that I was going to do it. He even called me and pumped me out. All right. So this character that we're doing this week is Black Vulcan. Not the Black Vulcan from Star Trek. I was going to put him up, but the picture went
came
low.
up. I was like, they started talking about Tuvok, and then the Klingon, like what was the dude's name?
Right.
Rolf or
right.
Worf. That's right.
All
Worf. Yeah.
All right. So for some of the people that's out there, right? You know who I'm talking to, right? Based on the ratio, and I ain't got the dimensions of the ratio, this and that. Some of these films are gonna, some of these pictures are not gonna cover the entire picture. So please,
brace yourself.
Bear with us.
Winter is
Pace
coming.
yourself. We're taking over your TV set.
Go ahead.
All right, so
go ahead, roll it.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's roll it. Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit.
All right. Here we go. All right, Black Vulcan debuted on Super Friends show, the all-new Super Friends Hour, September of 1977. Unlike most of the superhero friends, Black Vulcan was not a pre-existing DC comic character. This particularly noticeable since DC Comics roster did include an African-American superhero with electricity-based powers, Black Lightning. who could not be used on the show due to disputes between DC and Black Lightning's creator, Tony Isabella. In retaliation, Isabella wrote the story The Other Black Lightning, which was published in Black Lightning number 10, in which a criminal named Barbara Hanna, a pun on Hanna-Barbera, and her circus hire a Black Lightning imposter named Jocko. At the end, Black Lightning and Jocko made up, and the former believes that the latter could strike out on his own, that is, if he stops imitating him, of course. Isabella said, I don't think anyone noticed what I was doing there. So Black Vulcan appeared in the all-new Super Friends Hour cartoon series episode, The Whirlpool. His catchphrase was, Great Lightning. In the earlier episodes, he shouted his name a la previous Hanna-Barbera superheroes, Space Ghost, and Birdman. His superpowers include the ability to emit electricity from his hands. He can also fly by charging his lower body with energy. On a few occasions, he has exhibited powers that he had not shown before, such as the ability to assume a form of pure energy and travel at the speed of light. In an unsuccessful attempt to escape a black hole, he was able to travel back in time by fluctuating his body's energy to open a rift in space-time. Black Vulcan is able to spot weld microelectronics. In his final incarnation in the series, the Superpowers team, the Galactic Guardians, he was replaced by Cyborg, another black superhero who was already well established in DC Comics.
Yes.
Black Vulcan. There we go.
Now,
that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that whole thing about the creator, because they had a black character already, Black Lightning, but there was a feud between Tony Isabella, and in that whole thing, like he made a whole a whole other comic with Black Vulcan going against Black Lightning, not Black Lightning, but the other Black Lightning, Jocko, and it was a pun off of like that what was it, Barbara Hanna. Like made a pun on Hanna-Barbera, like she was like, or that was an evil bad guy and stuff, and it was all a joke. I didn't know that. Like nobody caught. I mean, I guess apparently not many people caught on to that, but that was pretty neat how he did that.
Right. So what I was gonna do is just in case you wanted to get a little bit more of this. Hold on. No.
Anything else? Well, nothing to hide. Maybe.
Hold on. Yeah, so let me go ahead and share screen real fast. Just in case you guys wanted to check out a little bit more on the Black Vulcan, we actually did a video on it maybe about 3 years ago. In this video, we will be discussing the underestimated, underwritten Black Vulcan. Well, he is a fictional African, and unlike most of the Super Friends, Black Vulcan. So if you want to check that out, what I'll do is I'll put it on the main page of the Mye Comics page for the next 48 hours, and then you can go check it out. So we'll do that as soon as we get off. So you can check that out, or you can just rewind this video and listen to the soothing voices of Midnight Assassin and his smooth, Keith Sweat, chocolatey voice.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate
you. All right, Nick, you're right. Bring back all those characters, and
they need to, man. I mean, they got, just like you alluded to, like before, they got so many black characters already, man. Like they keep changing other race characters. It's like, yo, use the ones you already got out there, you know?
Right. And even with that being said, I know you're gonna cuss me out over this, but I'm gonna just go on ahead and voice my mind anyway. I feel like Static Shock is the same as Black Lightning. It's the same as Storm.
Somebody said that. It was like, yo, if a character's black, he's either gonna be like strong or have like electricity or lightning, but that's it.
Right. So who is it? It's Storm, Black Lightning, Black Vulcan, Static Shock, and I think there's a couple more that's out there. Don't be afraid to put it in the comment section if you know some other ones, but I think those are the main ones that are hot right now. Woo. So with that being said, let's move into the next segment. In the next segment, hold on. What are you saying to me?
He said so. Black Vulcan is basically Black Lightning.
No. I got something else coming in over. Oh, we got a word from our sponsor. Okay, 1 second, please.
head west toward El Monte Avenue.
I was ready to say with it right now.
Look, Sarah be really doing that. Sarah be really doing that. I can be on a Teams call or Zoom and somebody say something the wrong way, Siri answer. It be like, what you say? I'm like, oh, nothing, that was Siri.
I take the voice off. I just look at it. I know you're supposed to do that, but I take it off.
Right. So we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And what I want to get into in these 10 minutes, is right here. Right here, baby. Right here. Because where are we going? What we doing?
It's to be continued. It's to be continued.
Listen, I got
I'm ready. I'm ready to see what's gonna happen next, bro. I can't. I'm just like, dang, yo, Hawkeye, your boy just like gave up. I was just
listen.
Like,
that's small potatoes, player. That's small potatoes.
I mean,
Let me tell you about the big potatoes. Listen. I'm about to cut up into the steak on the plate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm getting into the steak. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna mess with those potatoes and them green beans right now. I'm about to cut into this steak. Your boy ULTRON, like higher power. Once he got all the stones, he was like, somebody watching me. Somebody's watching me. And then he just bust up on the watcher.
Dude, I couldn't believe my eyes. I mean, he did, like, I couldn't believe when he cut into Thanos like that. Like, so quick. Like, I'm like, that negates all the other movies. Are you telling me that's all Vision had to do?
Listen, it ain't even all Vision had to do. I mean, Scarlet Witch could have came in and done the same thing.
And you know what? Thanos did say when Thor like chopped his hand off, he's like, you should have went for the head.
The heart. Or his head? Yeah, head.
Yeah,
right.
Went for the head. So that's why he did go for the head the next time.
But listen, before we get back
the whole
into
episode
ULTRON,
was better
right?
than the movie.
Right. It was. But before we get back into the ULTRON thing and the Watcher, this and that, there are some keys when we watch Infinity Wars, when Thor hit him with Stormbreaker in the chest, it's like Thor had to do this slow walk over there. Like, yeah, I did something. That whole time, Thanos still alive. If they would have wrote the movie in a different way, Thanos could have just snapped Thor away right then and there, and we not even see Thor ever again.
Yeah.
So I mean, that could be a what if story. What if Thanos just, hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. But back to ULTRON, there's a couple things. While I love the episode, but as usual, we're gonna talk a little bit of trash about it because I thought about it. That part where ULTRON turned into a galactic-sized dude and he tried to bite the Watcher on the planet. Right. Yeah. So my thing is like, so let's just say he did swallow the Watcher in his stomach. How is he gonna keep the Watcher in there? He would have to create some alternate universe so the Watcher can't get out. And we know that the Watcher got that immeasurable power and that kind of stuff.
What I don't get is like, you got the Infinity Stones and stuff, but when they were in the TVA on Loki, like they were like paperweights. But then like it's like he left the dimension and they were paperweights. But then ULTRON was able to like leave the universe and like the stones still had like power. So I'm like, now I'm trying to figure out what the answer is on that. The TVA versus where the Watcher's at, because he's in the mirror dimension.
Well, listen, I got a couple of thoughts on that, and one of my thoughts is one thing I read was alter realities. I mean, the reality stone. You can alter reality and make it whatever you want to. Thanos said that a couple of times, so they were saying that ULTRON did that. But then I thought about a concept, which I think me and you talked about it, and let me see if I can explain it correctly. So let's just say I decided to make a phone call at 6:15. All right, that's one reality, but I end up making the phone call. That's not a reality. That's just a change of pace. And I decided to not make the phone call and then I went ahead and did something else. So based on my choices, if I made the phone call at 6:15 and called Midnight Assassin, would have been on the phone at 6:15. That's technically a different reality.
That's time
from what they say in Marvel.
You talking about time?
No. Listen, that's technically what they said in Marvel, because what they did is when Sylvie destroyed, when she killed Kang, all right, and somebody feel me on this. When she killed Kang, if she wouldn't have killed Kang, you know, they would have just took over the TVA, or they could have went ahead and did something else. In other words, you create your reality. So let's just say that the current reality that the time stones are in, Ultron never left the actual reality. He never left the multiverse. So the stones still work in it, because this is the other thing. The Living Tribune, hear me out on this. The Living Tribune is a multiversal being. He's over the entire omniverse, and the omniverse is made up of multiverses.
So you saying that the mirror dimension is actually in our multiverse? Like,
it's a part of our multiverse. Let me give you another one. This is gonna really mess you up. This is the thought process. Anything that can be accomplished in this current reality, this is Matrix stuff. Anything that can be accomplished in this current reality is already written into the program. Supreme Being, God, has already wrote it into the program. So it can be accomplished, but there are certain things that certain men might have put in place that keeps others from accomplishing it, or being rich, or learning how to do something. You can accomplish it because it's already written. So in other words, I don't want to go political, because I want to say making a vaccine for COVID. If it wasn't already in the program, overall program, we couldn't make a vaccine for COVID. Or if we're able to breathe underwater, like that's not written into a program, humans breathing underwater. That makes sense? Oh my God. Somebody help me out.
Yeah, somebody help him out, please.
It's already so in other words, iPads or handheld TVs back in the 1960s or 1900s, nobody believed that would happen, because the mindset is it wasn't written into the program. Now it's written into the program. In our reality, it can happen. So in other words, what I'm getting at with the whole Ultron thing, he's not outside of reality. He's not. So the reality stone keeps working. He's not outside of. Oh, that's the other piece. So check this out. The reason why the stones don't work outside of is a natural universe. I'm looking for the words. The stones don't work outside of the universe is because they did a crossover story with Darkseid. Darkseid went and got the Infinity Stones, and they didn't work in DC Comics. That's what it's about. Yeah. I can't. I read this maybe 13 years ago. Nick Greer. Yeah, man, I need some help.
So wait. So the reason the Infinity Stones didn't work in the TVA is because Darkseid got them, and then they got them back from Darkseid.
Listen. Marvel's gonna come up with some reason on how the Infinity Stones work, but what I'm thinking is that those weren't actually Infinity Stones in the TVA. Because nothing about the TVA was real. Everything about the TVA was a lie.
But they brought the Tesseract in there.
That wasn't really the Tesseract. Everything, or they might have had, Kang had some technology to shut the Infinity Stones off. This is what I'm saying. As powerful as the Infinity Stones are, why wouldn't Kang have the Infinity Stones?
Maybe because he's way more powerful.
No, he could create his own timeline and not have any variance. But listen to the storyline.
Okay, I hear the storyline, but if the Infinity Stones end up in his timeline, then it's like they should work.
I think those are the real Infinity Stones. I think that was something to.
And then when Ultron left our universe and went to the mirror dimension, like it still worked. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's some holes, man. There's some holes
Look,
that need to be answered.
Nick Grill back. He said if Darkseid was a Marvel universe, it would have worked, but he wanted to go back to DC universe, and that's how they wrote the storyline. So I get what you're saying, but I'm going back to the source material, and with the source material, that's what a lot of people are arguing online. Like, yo, it's not supposed native in their native universe. So with that being said, a universe versus endless realities. So realities versus dimensions. The realities is just choices. So that's what I'm saying. The whole what if might be just choices. So the choice was like in the first episode, instead of Steve Rogers becoming Captain America, Peggy Carter became Captain Carter. And that was a choice. It didn't really, and it's not a dimension. So what I'm saying is we're not outside the dimension with Ultron. We're still in the reality, his reality. And in his reality, guess who's watching him?
But the Watcher was like outside everything, looking
at
all the possibilities.
I don't even think.
When you listen to him at the beginning of the show, he's talking about all the different possibilities,
realities,
not realities.
Right. So, with that being said, we're going to finish this discussion up next week on Tuesday. And we might have some additional characters to get into it. And then by then we might have an answer from Marvel on what they actually did. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And oh God, I don't even want to say this next thing. Go ahead and do the outro.
Charles Hazleton III bringing that outro.
Power of the Panther God's word. Dressed in all black like T'Challa.